Welcome everybody to Saves Together, a podcast about playing games together. Whether that means co-op or passing the controller back and forth or just playing the same game at the same time, it doesn't matter how, it only matters that it's together. Because if you save together, you stay together. This is episode 6. Yeah?
Yeah.
All right, I got it. And the topic for today is Little Big Planet 3. I'm Craig McGowan. Over there, that's
Grace Novak.
Woo!
That's me.
Before we talk about Little Big Planet 3, what are you doing? What have you been doing? What have you been playing?
I was going to say, what I'm doing right now is recording the podcast.
Shut up.
But
What have you been playing?
what I have been playing, I started Tales of Berseria.
Tales. What is it?
It's an RPG, JRPG to be specific,
A gerb?
of a much beloved franchise, I think.
You think?
I mean, I think that there's a group of people, aka myself, and other people who are really into like Tales games because they're essentially pretty formulaic, but like the Final Fantasy games, they don't continue any story except a couple of them. They are all new characters, new story, but essentially the same mechanics. Mostly. They usually like add something new to the battle system every time.
What's new this time?
I don't actually know. It's been a long time since I played a Tales game. The last one I played was Tales of Zestiria 2, and that was
What was it?
a year ago, 2 years ago. Tales of Zestiria 2.
Zestiria, and this is what?
Tales of Berseria. I don't know
Do
what
they
the
all have
names
areas?
mean. No, Tales of the Abyss.
What does the word mean? Is it like
I don't know.
Berseria's not the name
I never
of...
find out, I don't think.
Ah.
Yeah. It's pretty good so far. I mean, it's a Tales game, and I come to it for that purpose, and I get what I want out of it, so.
So it's one of those... Does it have like the same monsters and whatnot, like how...
No, but it has the same subspecies. So there's like these little
What?
dudes called cats, Katz, and they're basically look like little humans in cat suits. That's a species that carries over to some of the other games.
Wow.
Wait, there's another species. Oh,
Dogs.
Normans, which are like big-headed little imp-looking creatures. So those carry over, but the monsters don't really.
What was
Some
that?
of them do.
What was that thing you sent me the picture of?
That was
where-
a Norman. That was a
Ah,
Norman. Yeah.
Normans.
Yeah, I got a Norman costume pretty early on, and it just what's cool about this game is you can dress up your character. The armor doesn't really reflect in your character's portrait except for the weapon, but you can dress them up in ridiculous costumes and like hats and glasses, and that's a lot of fun because it shows in the cutscenes and the battle scenes and stuff. So, what
So
about you? What have
is
you
this the
been playing?
newest one of those?
Yeah, this is the newest one. This one came out last year.
Interesting. I've been playing, okay, here we go.
A lot of games.
Buckle in. I beat Xenoblade 2.
Me
So now
too.
I don't have anything. Do you do this where, maybe you don't. Maybe this is a me problem. If you're not playing like one main game that's holding all your attention, you have like a bunch of other little games you just want to play a little bit. Does that ever happen to you?
Yeah.
So right now I don't have that main game that's holding my attention. I have PUBG that I play it on nights when people are online. Then I have like Steep that I've been playing. And then I played some Everybody's Golf. I beat the Steep like Olympics expansion thing. Then I played Everybody's Golf. And then I played a little bit of Absolver. And then I played some Stuntman Ignition. And I just do this weird thing where if I don't have a main game to play, I just kind of bounce between stuff.
So, what do you think your next main game will be?
Ooh.
What's coming out that you're looking forward to?
MX vs. ATV All Out, but I don't know if that's going to be any good at all. I used to play those games, and now I haven't for
What
a
is
while.
that? I don't know what that is.
Motorcycles versus ATVs, quads.
Okay.
I don't know.
Versus
It's a race.
them?
Well, like it's a racing game where you can drive trucks, motorcycles, quads.
Okay.
And this one has a mode where, so there's been barely any gameplay, although the gameplay they did show, the whips looked sick. That means nothing to you, but they were
Whips?
wild.
I do know. A whip, I believe, is sort of like the weapon.
Nope. Just because it says versus
No,
doesn't mean there's weapons.
No, I mean a whip in that like you turn really quickly, right?
When you're in the air on a motorcycle and you got your front wheels going forward, but your back wheel you whip to the side, and it's kind of like you go like 90 degrees and then you bring it back around so you're not doing like a spin. You just kind of go.
Right.
It's awesome.
Okay.
I'm pantomiming too, by the way.
Yeah. Useless for a podcast.
I'm excited about that for some reason because it has a mode, I think, where you get to own your own compound, which is a dream of mine. I just want acres and acres for dirt bikes and ramps and wrestling rings and trampolines and pools and whatever. I'm sure you're not going to do half the shit I want it to be, but that's what I like.
We'll see. When does it come out?
Man, I don't remember. I
Oh,
pre-ordered it.
okay.
I was going to get Metal Gear Survive, but I think it looks fine. I don't think it looks bad, and the whole drama doesn't totally bother me. But I don't think there's any story at all. Like I was hoping they'd try. Like I was hoping what I wanted to play that for was I was hoping Konami was like, let's try to be weird and then see how strange that is. But from what I've heard, there's really like no story, like
Yeah.
barely any. So I was like, maybe I won't get that. We'll see.
Maybe wait.
Maybe. After that, what am I skipping? I feel like I'm forgetting a big one. A Way Out is coming out in March.
Yeah, so we have
That's
some
still
time.
like basically I don't have anything in February except Descenders, that downhill mountain biking game.
Mm-hmm.
Usually with like games like that and MX vs ATV extreme sports games, Steep, I play them a lot for like 4 days and then I kind of beat them. So I don't know if that counts. Whereas
Yeah,
maybe it does.
kind of. I mean,
Yeah.
you're still playing a game. I pre-ordered Dragon Quest. Oh my god, what's it called?
Builders.
Builders. I keep calling it
Minecraft
Dragon
Quest.
Quest Minecraft Edition because that's essentially what it is. I played the demo on the Switch when I was sick last week, and it was really fun.
How you
I used to
feeling? How you
love
feeling?
Minecraft. I'm feeling better. I still have
That's
a cough.
good. That's good. Everybody leave likes. Or I don't know if you can. I
Likes
guess if
to
you're watching
support
YouTube,
me.
yeah.
I got the flu.
Ooh.
It was really bad.
But
And-
you played the demo.
I played the demo and it was a lot of fun and it made me really miss Minecraft, but I don't want to play Minecraft again, so this is like the perfect solution because I really like Dragon Quest and the monsters and the aesthetic of the game is so cute and it just seems like a really fun game to play. So I pre-ordered it. It's coming out February 9th. So.
Nice. I'm assuming it has like go quest for a cool ass sword.
Yeah,
and,
essentially
yeah.
there are
See,
story elements
You know what?
and you can build your town and
it's
you
not
can
co-op,
invite.
though, right?
No, the next one will be Dragon Quest Builders 2 is supposed to be co-op. So looking forward to that.
Yeah, that intrigues me. So I'm gonna watch you play it, and then maybe I'll just play your copy when you're done
Yeah.
with it or something.
I don't mind. It seems fun. I think you'd like it.
Well, awesome.
Cool.
Let's talk about Little Big Planet 3.
Yes.
Developed by Sumo Digital, so note to self. Well, that's not to self. Note to everybody. That's not Media Molecule, because this came out while they were working on Tearaway and Dreams, which they're still working on.
So Media Molecule did the first two then?
Yes,
Okay.
this is like their thing. And
Oh.
so this is the first one that's not, well, I shouldn't say that. I don't know who did the karting game. I think it was the Mod Nation Racers team. Remember that game?
I didn't play it, either of those.
It was not great. It was fine. I don't know. I didn't like it. Little Big Planet 3 is published by Sony, so obviously exclusive. It's a PS4 and PS3 release.
Oh, I didn't know it was
Um,
PS3.
Came out on 18th of November 2014, which blew my mind because PlayStation 4 doesn't feel that old, but it is,
Yeah.
I guess.
That's
What's
a
your
good
history
thing.
with these games? Did you play 1 and 2?
I think I just played one. I don't think I've ever had two, and it was an extremely long time ago. I had it for, I don't know, I think it was my brother's game, and I think we played it. I remember playing co-op with him, so I have experience with like the co-op way of playing these games, and I remember it being hard sometimes. Like eventually we couldn't get past one of the worlds, we just stopped. But I really enjoyed like dressing up my character. Like that was something I always looked forward to in these games.
Yeah, that's one of the best parts about it. And you can get really good. Like, I don't know if you knew this or not when we started, but when we were making characters, I was like sticking stickers and things onto them to change them and sticking. You know how you have those items?
Yeah.
Do you remember doing that before?
I knew that you could put it on like your pod. I didn't realize it would stay on your character.
So, like, you can get not just even stickers, but like, you know, if you have a button, you
Right.
could put 2 huge buttons on your face
Or like a
whatever,
flower or
anything.
something.
Yeah. So once I discovered that in 2, 1, I don't think I realized you could do that, and maybe you couldn't. But I remember in 2 one day I just discovered you could do that, and then I spent like the next 10 hours just.
Does it stay permanently
Finally,
on your character?
If you save that costume, you can come back to it and everything.
Oh, that's good. Because I
Yeah.
thought it just disappeared after a while.
No. So that's how I made like custom all kinds of stuff. It was really fun. The genre, it's a 2.5D platformer. A lot of people don't like this game or this series because it's very floaty. When you jump, there's kind of a floatiness to it.
But I think the game's kind of balanced around that. Like, it doesn't feel inappropriate.
Yeah, I've never understood. I've understood. I've been like, okay, that's your opinion, cool. But I've never agreed. Like, yeah, it's floaty, but you just get used to it. You
Yeah.
just play, and maybe, you know, it's kind of physicsy. You sort of sometimes weird shit will happen, and something will knock you over. You'll glitch between something. In this one, I feel like we saw the most glitches I've
Did
ever
we?
seen. I mean, not like bad stuff, but just like stuff that didn't polish type stuff. Like, oh, I got squeezed behind that thing that I don't remember that happening. Let's get to the factors first before we really get into it, though. Type of co-op, same screen. Drop in, drop out.
Local co-op, couch co-op.
Local. You can do it online too.
Yeah, you can.
When you start a level, it asks you like, "Hey, you're only playing with 2 people. Do you want us to find you 2 more people to play with?"
Fuck no.
Yeah, no. Turn that shit off. No, I'm just kidding. At some levels, you need 4 people to complete a little bonus stuff.
Right, not to finish the game, but to get certain if you want to 100% your game, you're going to need 4 people eventually.
But the weird thing about it is the controller thing.
What?
To join the game,
Oh, for local.
if you, so I'm playing the game, Grace wants to join, she presses the PlayStation button on her controller. It turns the controller on. It says, all right, sign in, here you go, popped in. And then the only way to leave is to shut the controller off.
Yeah, we spent a long time, last time we played, trying to figure out if there's a way to just leave the game. Like, leave the game so he can play alone. And it
Right.
was like, it's impossible. There's no option in the menu. You have to just turn the controller off.
Which is weird, and it's not the worst thing in the world. It's just in today's context and language of how we control and join games, no other game does that. So
Yeah.
I didn't even think of that as an option. Like,
Right. We had to actually look it up. We're
Yeah.
like, how do we drop out?
yeah. So that's strange. I'm curious if that was just like,
It makes you think that they forgot to put the option in.
maybe. Yeah. Yeah. That's what I was gonna say. Was this an oversight, or were they like, well, it works, so we'll just do it that way?
Right.
I don't know. Shared loot or XP. The loot is all like the costume items and the stickers and stuff that you can get.
Is it shared? Yeah, it's shared.
If you pick it up, I get it unlocked on my account.
Do
However, yes.
Because we had a
Yes.
really confusing time with this.
However, we were playing on her PlayStation 4, but we were both logged in, right? So I was my
Yeah.
PSN ID, you were your PSN ID. I wasn't getting any trophies.
Right, you didn't get trophies.
I was getting all the items. Like every time we'd go, like, all right, let's build some characters. I got them. But then when I brought it over to my PlayStation, so we beat the game on her PlayStation. Then I was like, all right, I'm just gonna take it and play solo because I really like this game. I'll go unlock like more stuff on mine. I get it home, I turn it on. All the levels are beaten. You can look at them. They say 60% complete, like because there would be some hidden items we didn't pick up. 100% complete, no lives lost, blah. But none of the items were unlocked, and I have no idea.
Well, it was also an opposite situation at some point too. We started playing on yours, and the save file, the levels weren't complete, but the items were unlocked. Don't you remember that? We started playing the prologue, and everything was an empty bubble. So we had the items already, but the levels weren't complete.
Right. Yeah.
It didn't make any sense, and it wasn't consistent. And at some point, we were just like, whatever.
It bummed me out because I don't really want to play that game again. And I'm not super into trophies, but I do like sort of looking back once in a while, like, oh yeah, I played that game. I did all this stuff. And so even though we were getting trophies, they were dinging on your PlayStation. I didn't get any of them.
Yeah, it was just me.
And then trophies is even less important than the items. Like, we got them. It said I used them.
So it seems like the player's account who has the save file is the one that's going to get the stuff consistently and permanently.
I think if you're playing on your account, your game.
But if the other person pops in, they may or may not get stuff.
Right. And it could be because we were doing locally, and online would be no problem because it's two separate things.
Maybe.
But I don't know, man, because that was really not cool.
It definitely hurt the replay value.
Yeah.
We're not going to want to go back and play levels that we've already beaten because we would rather go through and try to collect stuff we haven't collected.
Okay, what about friendly fire?
No.
Yes. You can grab each other and punch each other and fuck each other.
You can't. Punching another Sackboy doesn't kill them.
Right, but it knocks them down. So if you were racing, you could the way you do it is, if you never played the game, the controls, if you hold the left and right triggers, that controls one of your arms, the left or the right one. And then when you're holding it down, you can move the thumbsticks to pose your guy.
Right.
So you can dance and stuff like that. Or if you really whip it, which I use a shove it from Skate, but I don't know how else to describe it. You you move the stick really quickly. It makes it like a punch.
Right.
And you can knock the other person down with that. So it isn't that specifically that won't damage you or anything, but it's
but you can definitely pull people off the edge.
Grab each other and pull each other. And there's a way that you can hold on to each other and super boost jump, like a glitch kind of.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how to do it. Couldn't figure it out, but I've heard about it. Separate mode or full blown game. Every single level in that game. Progression, things to unlock. Yes. We kind of already talked about it. Clothes, costume pieces, stickers, decoration pieces. You can stick them on anything. They won't stay in levels if you leave the story mode level and then come back in, and I don't think it stays. But you can decorate your pod, which is just kind of the home screen.
Also, I think for use in creation mode.
Yes, and also you can make levels with them. Playing with random people, how was that experience? We didn't.
No, we maybe should have tried, but
I figured at this point, 4 years later, the people still playing Little Big Planet online are going to be so good it wouldn't have been Discovery. It would have just been them rushing through these levels.
Yeah, they probably would have been upset with us.
Competitiveness of the co-op.
it rank tells you your score at the
You're
end
right.
of the level.
Actually,
Other than that,
that's actually I think the ideal type of competitive for me, where it's like you're not gonna.
I wish it had given me a crown for getting the best score for the next level, though. I do like.
The only way you get the crown is like talk to a developer or something.
No, but I mean like a special other crown.
That would be cool. If the last level you played together, the winner has a crown on their head, kind of
Right.
like Gauntlet.
Yeah, I like visual representations of how good I am. That's nice. Mario Kart has that too.
Strategy and tactics. We didn't really need to. I would say everything's fairly straightforward. Obviously, if there was something I was like, if one of us didn't get it, the other person got it, puzzle-wise.
Yeah, the way it worked with this game is not always most of the time the level isn't like optimized for co-op. So if you're playing a level where you have to go really fast, it's just whoever makes it makes it. It's not like we have to work together. It's more like whoever's gonna jump the best or, actually live is the one that's gonna finish, which is what happened a lot toward the end of our game. Is the harder levels, it was just like whoever's gonna survive is the one that's gonna finish the level.
That's sort of the tactic right there. It's like, go on without me. I fell in the spikes.
Yeah, there's no point in waiting for like trying to get through with both people. You don't have to do that. Luckily, which it would be a lot harder if you did have to have both people survive.
Okay, so let's get on to kind of just our experience with it, what we thought. First and foremost, most importantly, did you like it? Did you have fun?
Yeah, I thought it was fun.
Yeah.
It definitely got challenging, but I think that was a good thing.
I feel, to me, the way the Little Big Planet games get challenging, the three main ones are the one, and the Vita one are the ones I've played. So the PSP one, I don't know if it's any different. And karting, I'm not even counting. The main Little Big Planets, they get difficult, but it isn't frustratingly difficult for me ever. It's like I see how I screwed up, and it may be not fun what I'm about to have to do. Like, not fun. That's the wrong answer. So the one level I think is the hardest, or is a good example of the type of hardness, is you can switch between 4 different characters. Your normal Sackboy from the other games, a dog that can like wall run, kind of.
What's his name?
Oddsock.
Oddsock, yeah.
He can like hang on a wall, like slide down it slowly. Is that like Luigi from the Super Mario Bros. Or something?
Mario and Luigi both wall
They can
jump.
do that kind of thing, where you hit the wall and you slide down slowly. Then there's Toggle, who can be big or small, and it's kind of physicsy. Like when you're big, you're heavy. When you're small, you float, stuff like that. And then there's the bird, Birdie Bird.
Yeah, Birdie Bird.
Odd Bird, Bird Sock.
I don't know what the bird's name is.
Flappy Bird.
Yeah, that's it.
Whatever his name is. There's a level where you're him or her. Sorry, where you're the bird, where you're it, and you basically are diving constantly, and it's like a puzzle to maneuver through this thing quickly, right? Like it's a small narrow channel you have to fit through and dodge some spikes, or dodge some whatever the hell.
Yeah, it feels more like try and fail
it's like,
than it is a puzzle, though.
Right. I don't mean it's difficult as a puzzle. I just meant the difficulty is, okay, I hit the wall. This time I won't hit the wall. Nothing ever like Super Meat Boy style of hard is just like, I don't enjoy this. And I don't know where the line is for me, but Little Big Planet never feels daunting. It just feels like, holy crap. All right, let's try again. I can do it. And usually I feel like it takes like 10 tries at the most.
Yeah.
So that's what I like about the games, is it never feels
impossible.
Way too impossible, which is totally fine if people want to play that type of game. I just don't.
The cool thing about the other characters, they're different shapes. Like one is shaped like a dog, shaped like a bird, and they have their own costumes. They don't share costumes with Sack Kid. What was his new name?
Sackthing?
Sackchild. No.
Sackthing.
It's Sack. Is it Sackthing?
Sure Sackthing.
Okay. Not Sackboy.
Yeah, but
I'm gonna call him
Sackboy
Sack Kid.
in my
Okay.
heart.
So yeah, the other animals
Sacko.
have their own outfits, which is pretty funny. I like the bird has like a Evel Knievel kind
That's
of
a
like
good one.
helmet and jacket and like a cape.
That's
and
a good one.
It's super cute.
That's a good one.
And the dog Oddsock has like a dinosaur outfit or a horse outfit. Yeah,
And
so I like that.
You get the outfits. So something new to this game is the open worldness, which I personally don't think aids to the game at all. I kind of don't like it in any way. After the prologue, the rest of the levels, there's 3 hub worlds, and you have to jump around in the hub worlds.
And each hub world is dedicated to unlocking the next Titan, which is the other characters. So Oddsock,
Yeah.
and then Toggle.
Or they're the defenders of the Titans.
I don't know.
Who cares?
I thought they were the Titans. Or
I
yeah,
don't
the
know.
defenders or
But,
something. The story is irrelevant to me.
Yeah, and I don't know. I don't need to jump across this channel to start the next level. I'd like to just start the next level, please.
Yeah,
You
I
know?
agree.
Um,
It sometimes it just feels like more unnecessary and not as fun work to get
Yeah.
to the levels where you're just like, I would prefer to. It's like a level within the level, basically.
right. And
It just
why?
feels yeah, why indeed.
Some of the items that you get, the like power ups, the pumpinator, the blowerator.
I don't know if I'd call them power ups though, because they're permanent once you get them. So they're more like I don't know. Power ups to me feel like a temporary thing.
I thought that, well, it's permanent until you like for the level.
No, it's permanent for the rest of the game. Once you get that
You can just
item,
pull it out?
yeah, it's
Well-
always in your inventory.
You get a hair dryer and a hair sucker, right? So it either blows air or sucks air. So
Yeah.
you can kind of pull orbs towards you or certain materials.
Boxes.
There's the grabinators again, right? They're in here. That's from Little Big Planet 2.
The what?
The gloves that help you lift heavy stuff and throw
Oh,
it. I don't know
okay.
if that's in the story mode though. Might just be in there because all items from all the games are in it. You get this helmet that lets you hang, kind of like a zip line thing.
Yeah, it lets you go down wires.
Which, was there any puzzles at all? Like, why couldn't that have just been an item you jump and grab?
Yeah, it wasn't really ever a puzzle. It was more just like, here's a new way of
Here's
getting
a fun
around.
thing to do. Yeah,
I mean, it was
remember.
fun. Like I enjoyed the like how fast you went, and it was different, but it wasn't super like technical or anything.
Yeah, then there was like a portal-y kind of ball thing. It shot a ball and came out another end. And then the boost boots. Those are the most interesting ones.
Yeah, that and the pumpinator felt like the most, okay, this changes the game in some
Yeah.
way.
Where the boost boots are literally just a double jump, pretty much,
Hmm.
in the direction that you are jumping.
I think it was an interesting idea to try, but I do think some of the items were like, this doesn't really add anything to the gameplay besides in these very small sections. There was a flashlight too.
Oh yeah,
The
and that
flashlight-
reveals
Yeah.
on only certain items.
It was like pictures, and you could reveal like an item, unlockable item, or a new area, but it almost never worked on anything. It was like very specific things
Yeah.
that where it worked.
Which I get that when you make a sequel to something, you need to add to it.
Right. It just feels like, okay,
Most
this
of
is
them are
one
duds,
other
really.
thing for me to remember that I have that isn't always even relevant or useful.
That said, though, all the puzzles that you do come across, like jumping puzzles, are like, spin this to move this to drop this. Like especially the times 2, times 3, times 4 things. Obviously, we only did the ones that required 2 people. When you're running through a level, you'll see a sticker. It says times 2 this way, and then that means 2 people are required to go this way. I think those are very fun. I think they're generally like
Yeah.
the amount of work you have to do together is the right amount of like, okay, Grace, you're gonna move a lever that moves a box I'm standing on, and I'm gonna have to jump over stuff as you move it. So you have to move it slowly and don't stop moving it.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it's a good balance between making you feel smart and not being too like what.
Those
You
are
know?
like the most cooperative points of the game where
Yeah.
everything else is more like we're just playing side by side. We don't really need to help each
But-
other get through most of the levels.
But I don't think that's a knock on it.
yeah, it's not a bad thing.
I like the way the co-op is. I've played all of them with another person. Like I've always played these games. Me and my buddy took a week off of work one time for Little Big Planet 2 and just played Little Big Planet 2. So to me, these games are co-op.
Yeah.
Sometimes you can fuck each other over by if there's one thing to hang on or something and it moves.
Oh,
So like
right.
you run, you grab it, and then it slides. If I didn't run and grab it the same exact time as you, I have to wait for it to come back. Or I'll grab your legs and be hanging off your legs, and
Oh yeah, that's always fun.
sometimes that'll like make me dangle into the fire and burn.
Right.
I don't know. I like the design of the worlds though, except for the open worlds. The mom character, Mama Pud, I really hate her eyes, her saggy eyes.
Oh yeah.
It freaks me out.
Yeah, some of the
Like-
characters are annoying. Like I don't like the dude with the tentacles. Something interesting we just learned today was that Hugh Laurie voices the main like antagonist in this game.
That's
So I didn't
House.
realize that until later. What?
That's Dr. House.
Yeah, that's Dr. House. But he does his British accent in this one.
Is he British? Is
Yeah,
that why
he is
he's
British.
They're
Which
very
shocked
British
me
game.
as a child once because I loved House when I was
I've never seen it.
younger. Oh my god, I was obsessed with that show. And then I saw his audition tape or something, and I was like, oh my god, he's British? I had no idea.
Something that kind of bugged me about the game was I've spent some money and bought a lot of items over the years of playing this, and going into the store and getting my items back that I've already purchased was sort of a hassle. I think I was confused. Some items are marked unavailable. Some items are marked purchased. some items it seemed like automatically came over when we just turned the game on and it saw my account name, because they're all associated with my account that I'm playing on. But like, I literally had to go through, I think, unless I'm dumb, but I looked for it. I had to go through all 500 or whatever pieces of DLC for this game and look for specifically the ones I already own, which was not a great way to do that.
Yeah.
But that said, on the flip side, getting all my stuff I've unlocked in 1 and 2, super easy. I just go into settings or somewhere in the options and hit go, and it analyzes my account name and says like, all right, this is how far he got, and the other one, this is all the items he has, bing, and put them right in. That was awesome. I wish that it could have then just analyzed what purchases I made. I don't know why that would have been so hard.
That's weird.
Speaking of purchasable stuff, I noticed, because we played recently, there's some really cool costumes that are like, they're still updating this game. There's Horizon Zero Dawn costumes. There was Tekken 7 costumes. Little Nightmares, that game that just came out, which
they're
is
all like $2 though. I really don't feel like that's worth it.
Oh, I mean, I'm not saying the value maybe not so great, but like, let's say you just really love Horizon Zero Dawn, you can just pay $2 and you can be that character. I don't think anyone should be buying all of them. You ever seen that thing for some train game on PC?
Oh yeah.
Where if you were to buy everything, it's like $27,000.
Yeah.
I'd like to know how much if you were to buy every piece of Little Big Planet content ever.
Yeah, I wonder.
I'm gonna look that up.
Seems
later.
like there are a lot of costumes available.
There was even Dark Souls 3 stuff, which I thought was an Xbox exclusive, but I guess
Dark
not.
Souls 3? No,
wasn't
it's
it?
not.
They announced it for Xbox. At E3, was it just exclusive that they got to announce it?
Was it like the launch exclusive?
Maybe.
Or something?
I don't know. I don't play those games.
Me neither. I don't know.
But so when I saw that, I was surprised. But it's not that big a deal. Something cool that the game does. You know the light on the DualShock 4?
Yeah.
If you change your color of your character,
like the box.
Yeah, like the color of your menus, it changes the color of the light, and there's some pretty cool colors.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
What the hell? I wish I had known. I would have messed around with that more. But yeah, I think my favorite part of this game was getting to use Oddsock and the bird. Other than that, as far as what makes it different from the other Little Big Planet games, I didn't think the items were necessary or that fun besides the boots, but I enjoyed the levels where you have to go real fast, and there feels like a lot of, I don't know if I'd call it skill, because it really is try and fail, where it's like, okay, you need to jump here and jump here, because the level's scrolling so quickly that the first time through, you're never going to get it. There's really no way.
What one? What?
Multiple levels with like Oddsock and the bird.
Auto-scrolling levels?
Yeah,
stuff?
the
Okay.
ones where you're getting chased by something. Like, there's really no way to get it the first time unless like you have an amazing
get everything or get to beat the level.
Beat the level the first time. There's really no way you can see far enough to react quickly enough. So it's really very much like go through and figure out where you die. But it's fun once you get it. Like I enjoy those levels.
We eventually were in kind of a groove. We would jump at the same time, grab at the same time. Like, I mean, it's just kind of the pace of Little Big Planet. You sort of learn it, and then, that's why it happened. But it was pretty funny. It was like exactly the same characters doing the same exact animation, the physics hitting us in the same way because we just got into that rhythm.
Yeah.
It bothers me that the character Marlon Random is Kodak still film and not movie film because he's in like a Manglewood Hollywood thing.
Yeah.
And he's fucking camera film.
That doesn't bother me.
Stupid. If they made a Little Big Planet 4, would you bring the 6 layers over?
Probably.
Would you bring the 4 characters, the animals and Sackthing?
Yeah, but I would want more interaction between the characters. I didn't feel like there was a lot of challenges where you needed, besides switching back and forth, it'd be interesting to have more co-op challenges where one person needs to be Oddsock and one person needs to be Toggle. There wasn't a lot of that. It was more like we needed to both switch to get through this one part of the level, which is fine, but it would be fun to have like more levels, like what I was saying.
The characters are essentially items.
Yeah.
Like why didn't they just make the Toggle ability a hat that Sackboy picks up and then he can grow or shrink? Why didn't they make the dog a thing you get and you just ride it? Like, I don't know why you have to control.
Oh, I don't mind having the extra characters.
I don't mind, but it's just it doesn't add anything to the table. You know what I mean?
Really, I disagree. I think the bird, like, for example, is like totally different.
It's totally different, but Sackboy could just jump on a bird item.
But then I feel like it'd feel too much you're looking at. I like just being the bird. I think it's more fun.
He puts on a bird costume and looks exactly like that, but it was just weird that it's like, all right, now switch characters, now grab a different weapon. Like,
I don't know. I liked being the bird. I think there was something that appeals to me about being another like thing.
Okay.
And that's more of a just like aesthetic or.
But if literally you got in a thing and you turn into a bird, you transform into a bird when you walk over
only
this
if
pad.
it looks exactly like
if it looked
the bird.
exactly the same, I just don't know why it was like, now you can be 4 characters.
That felt
It's
like a
no,
very much a story
s-
thing, and hey, look what we're trying to bring that's new and different. So
Right, but it just felt like this level is the odd sock level,
yeah, except
this
for the
level
last
is the
level
bird level.
where you did go back and forth.
which you
It
could
had
have just,
sections.
had sections of the item you picked up or whatever. I don't know. It doesn't matter at all.
You just only like Sackthing, and that's it.
No, I think I like the dog odd sock the best. But
I like the bird.
toggle is fine. That one's maybe toggle the most feels like it could have just been
An item, yeah.
It's like, oh, now fat Sackboy, now tiny little like microscopic Sackboy, So there's a pop-it puzzles they added to this game, which I think is pretty cool. It's challenges based around the create mode tools, which is something the game really needed, I think, because the create tools are awesome, but there was never any reason to unless you just wanted to create a level. But this was like solve these puzzles by using the tools of the create mode. So it'd be like, here's a spring, you have to adjust the spring height and strength, and it helps you bounce now, But they are not possible co-op. Like we tried to co-op through those, and
you can technically do it.
you can do it,
it's not
but
fun.
it wasn't fun because like she'd be changing something, I'd be changing something. They wouldn't. The 2 changes we made would counter each other or whatever. Like,
right.
In obviously communication, like, hey, stop, I'm gonna do it. But then it's like, why am I'm stopped then.
I might as well just watch.
I may as well just watch. Exactly. That's how it ends up feels like. I don't need to be here for this. I'll just jump out and you play it. But it was still fun to talk about like, how do we? Oh, I see. You changed the spring.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
So what was your score for this game?
Well, I felt like there were more bugs and more jank and glitchy stuff. Not to the point of game breaking. Oh, dude, remember that loading screen?
Oh yeah, we had a moment where we were trying to replay the hub world. We were trying to get to the hub world, and the loading screen. We were on it for like 5 minutes. Like, is something wrong with the game?
Yeah, the loading already is atrocious. I'm not on an SSD. I'm just on the stock hard drive my PS4 came with. But the loading's already bad. And then this one time it just didn't stop loading for straight up 20 minutes. Like we sat there for like 10, 15, and then I Googled it, and it is a problem people have. And so I just restarted, and then it loaded almost instantly.
Yeah, I was like, what was the point of that?
Yeah.
It felt like it just had a glitch or something.
Sometimes the tutorials will say like, hit the shuffle button, hit the delete button, and they don't show you what those buttons are.
Oh,
So
right.
especially in the pop-it thing, I was like, I
don't
literally
remember.
know what to press. I don't know why they couldn't just say hit the triangle. It's an exclusive to your system.
Right.
Like I understand maybe if it was on all consoles, you don't want to have to change it for each one. But please. So that said, I still liked it a lot, but it's not my favorite Little Big Planet, even though I wish it was, because it's the newest and it's the most I can play it on a PS4. So I'm gonna give it a 3.328.
Okay, I'm gonna give it a. I feel like I give everything a 3 something.
You're a very average person.
Wow, it's not very nice. I'm gonna give it a 4.1.
Okay. Yeah, it's not bad, and if it's your first Little Big Planet, it's probably awesome. Well, I don't know, actually.
I thought it was fun.
It's very fun. I'm glad we played it. Whenever I think of PlayStation, Sackboy and Little Big Planet is like part of my, perception of the PlayStation.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's Little Big Planet 3. Let's
Indeed it is.
what do you say we take it home with a little game?
Okay.
Okay. I have the cup. If you haven't listened to episode 2, when was the last time we did this?
I don't know.
We have a cup full of single player games, or maybe multiplayer. I don't remember what's in here, but they have no co-op mode. I'm gonna draw from this cup, and then we're gonna come up with an idea. What do we call this? Co-opization.
Yeah, co-opization.
Co-opization. Hold on. Armchair co-op game design? Doesn't matter.
Yeah, I think that is what you call it.
Okay, here we go. I'm gonna pull one, and we're gonna add co-op mode to this. Here we go. Oh, Bayonetta. However, I believe 2 has co-op already.
What? Are you sure?
Yes.
Wait, what do you mean?
I'm pretty sure there's a co-op mode in Bayonetta 2.
Okay. Explain that.
82% sure, so we're going to pretend we don't know.
Okay.
So Since we don't know, it'll be easier to pretend we don't know.
I just started Bayonetta 2, so far I haven't seen. I don't know how that would be the case, but
Right.
maybe there is. I don't know.
But this is for the first one.
Okay, for the first one specifically.
Yes. So the obvious answer is like the other person controls the other angel or whatever. Are they angels?
Oh God, don't even start with
Sorry.
me yet. The lore is very confusing in these games. Well, you're kind of fighting the other chick most of the time.
Okay.
Yeah, like she's not your friend at the beginning.
So never mind.
So, but maybe they could make a new character
Maybe
as a Bayonetta's friend, or you could be Luca, who's like the dude, but he doesn't have Bayonetta powers. So it would be interesting to have a character that would be like totally different from Bayonetta as far as gameplay, but could still support her in some ways.
is that the
It's the guy that walks around and
like Staten Island guy?
yeah,
Okay. The like Italian mobster
but
stereotype.
he's just like a normal dude. But
So
it'd
maybe-
be interesting to have he had like guns or just
Yeah,
cartwheels.
he's got like rocket launchers and machine guns because in his career outside of bayonettaing, he's probably like a mobster. Maybe since it's on the Wii,
we and Wii U.
Wii and Wii U. One
Wait,
person.
no, it's on the Wii U
It's the
and
Wii
it's
U
on
only?
something else too.
It's on PlayStation. And stuff.
Yeah, it's on PlayStation and the Wii U.
The co-op partner gets to be him driving his car out off the screen, and you just shoot. You shoot with the Wiimote or you shoot with a crosshair.
Well, your car wouldn't be able to go everywhere because most of
Dude,
the time Bayonetta is like in
hair
air.
monster is driving the car. The hair monster is making a road for it. You don't get to see it. It's off screen,
You don't get to see it.
so they don't have to model it or anything.
Okay,
But then you're just
know.
aiming at the screen if you have a Wiimote or you're
I
moving the
see what you're
crosshair and
saying.
you're just shooting the bad guys to help.
That could be interesting. That feels more like a Mario Galaxy kind
That's
of
the
co-op
type. Yeah, I mean,
support class.
that's the type that feels more likely to happen
Yeah,
than two people on the screen, which
that
would
could be
way
interesting.
cooler.
It'd be fun if like you could also pick up items with that too.
Yeah,
because
like,
sometimes items would
Oh,
drop.
you're missing that lollipop? Bang, bang.
Yeah,
Got
exactly.
it somehow. My bullet put it in its
That could be
bullet
kind of
backpack.
fun. That could be kind of fun having like it's almost like an on rails shooter kind of thing.
Okay, the ultimate would be obviously we're both playing the game with the same controls, but then there's like Final Fantasy 15 type tag team animations. You know how like when they're rolling over each other's
Oh,
backs?
Yeah,
So, if we both tap Y or whatever,
like you could do co-op moves
Yeah.
basically.
if I have the staff, isn't there like a stripper pole staff spin thing?
Yes.
If I'm doing that and then like you come up and use me and you got like, there's guns? Yeah, she's got guns.
Yeah, she's got guns on her feet.
You're like standing on my body as I'm spinning on the staff and just shooting in a circle.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
There'd be a lot of like stylistic things you could do with that.
Right. How about boss fights? Is there any way? I feel like you could do a pretty cool co-op tag teamy,
Yeah.
Have any of these like Platinum games had 2-player co-op?
I don't know. I don't.
Anarchy Reigns, that does, I think.
I've never played that.
That one's sort of like Mad World a little bit.
Yeah.
Open world punching. They make beat 'em ups, that's essentially
Right.
what these games are.
I played Wonderful 101, but that doesn't seem like it would be very cohesive with co-op because a lot of the game revolves around drawing on your gamepad, and there's only one gamepad.
Maybe one person
It would be fun if it was on Switch, and then if you had 2 Switches.
draw.
Yeah.
I never played that game.
That game's really fun. I recommend that game. If you have a Wii U and you feel like taking it out, which you probably don't, but hey, Wonderful 101 is a great game. It's extremely like different and creative, and it has great humor too. I love that game. I feel like that's like a really underrated game. So yeah, I think that's a good co-op mode for Bayonetta, if you ask me.
Yeah. Make it. Come on,
Make it.
guys. Make it. Go right
Do it.
now. So that's probably the end of the episode.
That's it. That's the end.
Thanks everybody for listening. And if you have suggestions for the co-op factors section, like other factors we're maybe not thinking of, I would like to know. Because I think about that list every day. I think about like, what could
Every
we
day
add? How
he
could we
lies
tweak it?
awake.
Yeah. How could we tweak it? What could we change? What could we talk about? Because I feel like, there's no science behind the parts we picked, but there's also a lot of science behind it when we talk about it.
Okay.
So email us. No,
You have some science
I think we
ideas.
decided no emails, right?
Yeah, DM us
DM us on the Twitter.
on the Twitter.
And that's at Saves Together.
Or tweet at us. You can DM.
Oh
or
yeah, do that
tweet
too.
at
Then
us.
people will see it and they'll be like, who are they talking about? And then like,
Yeah, promote us.
everybody promote us for free. We'll send you a t-shirt. We don't have t-shirts, so we're not going to
One
send
day
a t-shirt.
we may have a t-shirt.
What would
I
the first
dream-
t-shirt be?
making anything co-op. Remember
yeah,
we
yeah,
came up
yeah.
with this last time. What was it?
Any game is co-op if you try hard enough.
Yes, and then
That's gonna be the
some
t-shirt.
cute little like design.
So is it? You know those? It's not gonna be the massive text, right?
No,
Like
it's gonna
those
be.
shirts. It's gonna
I
be
think
like
it should be like.
medium-sized text on like the chest area.
I was thinking text on the back and a cute thing on the
Yeah.
front with the
And
logo.
it's like two people, like one person's holding guns out and the other person's holding two swords out, and they're like working. You know, they're clearly together.
I like
They're doing
that.
like the DX pose. That doesn't mean anything to you, but trust me.
Okay.
That's a good shirt.
Yeah, well,
We're
we'll
gonna
work
make
on that. We'll work on that.
Well, hey, that's an episode. Episode 6.
Episode 6.
That was good.
Join us next time for episode 7.
Wow.
Yeah.
How does it? I can't believe it works like that. So get on out there and go play some games.
Stay sleazy.
Keep it, not stay.
Keep it sexy.
Yo, you screwed it up.
That's all right. It's my new one now.
Okay, stay sleazy. Peace. Do the peace thing. You usually do like a peace. That's why. Do you usually do that?
I don't know. I did it now.
Bye.
Bye.